everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with a special layout. It is the Scrap 5 challenge. These are our 5 items for today. So we've got vellum, doilies, nouveau or enamel drops, hand journaling and stitching. So I am using this super cute cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict, and it is a stitched cut file, so you can see the paper planes there, and then the green stitching I did off camera because it takes a while to hand stitch a cut file, but I have done that, and then I've actually backed the paper planes in vellum. So that is already 2 items off of our 5 item list for this month. Now this is obviously also a Scrap Madness video, so we are doing a video every day. Well, Jess and I between us are doing a video every day, and then Miranda and Laura are doing videos every second day. You will already know that because this video is going up, I think, on the 23rd of March, so quite late in the month. And you will have seen our videos already to know that we are doing this fun series all month. So hopefully you've seen a few of our videos. Definitely go and check out Laura and Miranda if you haven't. But also there is lots of other ladies joining today in the Scrap 5 challenge. I think Kelsey might have picked our items for today from memory. So definitely go and check out her video. But all of the ladies who are participating in the Scrap 5 challenge will be listed down below. So definitely go and check them out because you will be able to see how they use the 5 items on their layouts. Now I am using items from Cocoa Vanilla Studio, Totally Rad maybe. There's actually a mix here, Made of Awesome and Totally Rad. I'm pretty sure I've mixed together. I've only got little bits of both left. But I am just kind of playing around with those collections. I've added in doilies, as you can see. I've put one into each of my clusters, and I actually pulled out my mini doilies in a black, a yellow and a lime green. I know doilies can sometimes be a bit of a unusual choice on a boy themed layout, but I think because they're colourful and they really work with this collection. So, I mean, I'm not one to worry about girly or boy kind of things. I just do whatever I like. But even with this collection, which is obviously a bit more masculine themed, I think the doilies work really well because of their colour. So you saw me create those clusters, and then I actually edited out me sticking it all down. So I have stuck down what you can see now so far. I haven't stuck the wood veneer down yet though. I'm still kind of fiddling around with that. I'm adding a bit of washi tape beside my photo, and then I went to add a couple more strips of washi down the bottom, and I do add them, but I actually decide I don't like it and I pull it off. Now I could have edited this bit out, but I decided to leave it in because I just think it's important for people to see that, you know, I make not mistakes, but I do things that I'm like, no, I don't like that, I'm going to pull it up. I could have left it on, it would have been perfectly fine, and I could have added some more into the top cluster, but I just decided I wasn't loving how it looked, so I pulled it up. I was really just trying to use up some of the washi strips because I'm trying to work through some of my collections this year, and particularly these kinds of collections and kits where I've only got sort of bits and pieces left. I'm really trying to work hard at moving it out of my stash, which for Cocoa Vanilla Studio products, they are definitely the things that I hoard. So it's, you know, it's a bit anxiety inducing to say that I want to use it up, but actually I do because I've got the new collections and they're just sitting there not really being given much love because I've still got all of the older collections, and yeah. So I think I just need to use things. That's the moral of this story. So I am trimming off all of the overhang. Now I have actually trimmed down this white cardstock as well because I do want to back this layout onto a 12 by 12 piece of pattern paper, because obviously there's holes where the paper planes go, and because I backed the paper planes in vellum, you will be able to see through them. So I want to make sure that you see some kind of pattern paper underneath there. So I do sort of know what I want to use, but I haven't brought it in yet because I knew I wanted to keep my layout within the white space of this piece of paper. I didn't want it to overhang onto the border of the pattern paper that I'll be using, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of creating it all, or most of it, like this, and then I'll stick it down onto the 12 by 12 paper. I hope that made sense. So I'm just embellishing the clusters, adding a few more bits and pieces, putting some banners up the top, and looking through it and seeing what else that I might have to add. So as I said, I haven't stuck the wood veneer down yet because I knew I wanted to do some more work within the clusters first. So I'm just sticking down some labels, and then I will stick the awesome wood veneer on top of it, and just using some wet glue for that. I find that is the best to stick down wood veneer. And I'm not sure where, I don't think this wood veneer came in the Cocoa Vanilla Studio kits originally. I think they might have been, the name has escaped me. There's an Australian lady who makes wood veneer and acrylic pieces, and the name at the moment is just on the tip of my tongue. I can picture it. No, it's gone. If it comes to me, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure they're hers, I think. And I may have got them in a Kidaholic kit back when I was a subscriber, and I was on their design team. That was quite a few years ago. Jess is on their design team now, and she uses their kits every month. So yes, that's, I think, look, they may have been part of Cocoa Vanilla Studio. I don't actually know. I can't remember. It was this collection is quite old, so it was a long time ago. If they are, correct me if you know the answer. Now I am adding in some arrows to each of the clusters, and I've got kind of different shaped arrows that I want to add. I also added in some little, there's a silhouette of a man. Oh, that's what I'm doing now. There you go. And I'm adding that. There's actually only 2 of them. I wish there was 3 because, you know, I've got 3 clusters, but there's only 2. So I'm just adding those into the bottom clusters and not the top one. The top one has the banners, so I figured there was probably enough there. And then I'm just adding in arrows, and I'm kind of keeping them shaped. They're similar shapes together in the clusters. So the top one has 2, the bottom one I think has 2, and then this one here around the photo I'll add 3 arrows, 1 overlapping the photo. And I'm pretty sure I am done. So I've got to stick these down, but I edit that part out. There you go. All stuck down. Now, I still haven't included 2 elements from our Scrap 5 challenge. So I need to include enamel dots or Nuvo drops and hand journaling. So I do realise I haven't included them yet, but they are both what I would call the finishing touches. So they are the last thing that I do, but they are there. You can rest assured I haven't forgotten anything. So I'm just adding some double-sided tape around the edge of my layout. I've run out of ATG tape, so I don't mind using double-sided tape. I quite like the way that it sticks, but it definitely is a lot longer than using the ATG. The ATG is quite quick, but double-sided tape is a little bit more time-consuming. So I will get some more ATG tape. It's just expensive and it's hard to get here. So I just usually add some to my order when I'm doing a scrapbook.com order anyway, and I'll add in some ATG tape. So I'm just trying to limit my spending a little bit. So I haven't actually ordered from scrapbook.com for quite some time. Yeah, so I am just pulling up the tape, getting ready to stick it down. So you can see I chose this bright green. I just thought it would work well. It's quite fun. And because, I mean, it's very full on green, but because you're only seeing such a tiny amount of it, I thought it would work well. And now I'm just going to add those paper planes back into the spaces where they fit. And with the vellum as the backing on the cut file, it mutes down the green, but you get to see a nice kind of pattern poking through. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. Actually, it's just a cute photo of my son. He's in a trolley eating a rusk. He loves these rusks. As you know, he was born with some problems with his esophagus that he had to have surgery for when he was 3 days old. So eating is a little bit of a challenge for him. So we are still only on purees at, he's 1 now, just over 1. And the only kind of finger food that he can have is the melt and dissolve finger foods, which are kind of what you would normally give sort of a 6-month-old baby. And he's still at that stage. So he loves finger food though, and he loves feeding himself. So I try to give him the rusks as often as I can without, overfeeding him, just because I want him to keep kind of holding on to food and putting it in his mouth and chewing. So he loves these. And he's got a big grin on his face, and it helps also keep him calm while we're shopping. So I am adding some enamel dots. Again, these are from the Totally Rad collection, I'm pretty sure. I'm just using the circles. I also had crosses, which I could have used, but I just decided to use the circles. Adding 3 in each cluster, and then I'm done. I'm going to do my hand journaling, and we're finished, I'm pretty sure. I love that piece that I wrote there that says, never grow up. It's a trap. It's so cute underneath the photo. Now, you will notice that I don't really have a title. So I kind of used the Awesome or the You Rock wood veneer as my title. I could have easily put a title on this. I just didn't think it needed one. If I had another wood veneer word that sort of worked, I probably could have put that kind of overlapping the photo and used that as my title as well, but I didn't, and I'm just leaving it as is, and that's okay. I did add that lightning bolt wood veneer to the photo cluster to kind of keep the wood veneer texture in each of the 3 clusters, but that's it. So I'm just adding my hand journaling, which is just a little bit about him eating rusks and that he would eat them all day if I let him. And added the date, of course, and that's it. We are done. So I thought about adding splatters, but I actually didn't to this layout, probably because there's stitching and there's a lot going on. So I will show you the close-up photos. Make sure you check out Miranda and Laura, part of the Scrapmadness collaboration, but also check out the other girls doing the Scrap 5 challenge. Everyone will be linked down below, and we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.